Well, we've talked a lot about two Pittsburgh Pirates heading to the All-Star game in Paul Skeens and Brian Reynolds, but there is a third on this staff that is headed there as well, Tony Leo. Tony, this is your first All-Star selection as well. How excited are you for that moment?
I'm very excited. I mean, it's been something that you always dream about as a kid to be a participant of, and certainly in my role, it's a little bit harder to get there, but equally it's exciting to go down there and represent the Pirates.
How much more fulfilling is this moment knowing you have to put in about a decade of work in the MLB to even be considered for a moment like this?
Well, it's very rewarding, but in a lot of ways it just makes me feel a lot older than I am. But you know, it's a kind of a nice time that the peers trust us to go. My peers in the game trust us to go down there and take care of their players and keep them on the field, keep everybody safe, and just enjoy the experience.
Is this a moment that you have sort of dreamed of since getting in the league? I know you talked about when you were a kid, but as it becomes more real or more possible, I should say, is this something you've always thought about?
A little bit. I mean, I think once you start accumulating a lot of time, you just wonder if you'll ever have that opportunity, if you're going to be sticking around a long time. So in that sense, I've had a lot of friends that have had the opportunity to do it across the league, and they all rave about the experience and say what a great time they've had with their families down there. So yeah, over the time, it's been something you wanted to do, want to be a part of, and it's going to be great to be there.
How much more fulfilling is it to do it with the Pittsburgh Pirates, a team that I know you grew up loving as well?
Well, I think that makes it a little bit more special. You know, certainly I spent a majority of pretty much all of my career with the Minnesota Twins, but growing up a Pirates fan, being at the first All-Star game in PNC Park and watching our players with the Twins participate in it, it just makes it that better. You know, we all grew up. My cousins and I grew up being all Pirates, Penguins, Steelers fans, so it makes it just a really neat experience.
How special is it to go alongside two members of the Pittsburgh Pirates and Brian Reynolds and Paul Skeens as well?
Pretty good. You know, it's fun because, you know, we spend so much time with all these guys, and they're great individuals. They're very deserving to go, and especially for Paul being his first time. I know Brian's already gone once, but you know, they're unique experiences. They're all equally rewarding, and it's just fun to be able to share in the moment with them.
Do you have any idea of what your main responsibility is going to be at the All-Star game? We know what the players are going to be doing, but what does your typical day look like?
Probably a lot of sitting around in the training room waiting to take care of the players, which is kind of what we do on a day-to-day basis. So, you know, our responsibilities are kind of narrowed down where we're just behind the scenes helping out all the players get ready to do their thing on the field.
Is there a certain thing you're looking forward to seeing in person, maybe the home run derby or the game itself, maybe getting to see Paul on the mound pitching or B-Ray getting a shot out there?
Actually, I think the home run derby and being able to have my daughter Olivia down there on the field with me watching that, you know, she just gets to watch in the stands when she comes to the games. Is just going to, I think, make it even more special than it already is.
Yeah, how special is that to get to cherish a moment like that and look back knowing that she's there to share it with you?
It's pretty unique. It's pretty special. It's one of those things that, you know, you just don't get to necessarily do with your children, and you know, it just works out now that she's able to come down. I know she's very excited for the whole trip and everything about it. It's just going to make the day even that much better.